Hello and welcome to your mat. My name is Stacey and today I'll be guiding you through a gentle yoga practice. But for this practice I'd like you to have a yoga bolster. If you don't have a yoga bolster, you can always take a pillow, fold it lengthwise and wrap it in a blanket, as well as having 2 blocks nearby for your practice. So go ahead and get what you need for your practice, and I'll meet you lying on your back in Shavasana. As you come to land on your back in Shavasana, I encourage you to use your bolster beneath the knees for some added support. Let the feet go wide towards the edges of the mat. As the legs drape over your bolster. You may find it more comfortable to have a folded up blanket or a small pillow beneath your head. Let your arms soften at your sides. Surrender your body to stillness. Feel the weight of the heels and the back of your hands melting into the floor. Breathing into your belly, take a big breath in, let your belly rise up. As you exhale, let it soften and lower back down towards the mat. Big breath in, belly rise. And exhale as the belly falls. Continue with that same slow rhythm of breath. Stillness through the body. Let the legs remain supported on the bolster as you start to turn your gaze over to the right. Sending your right ear down towards the mat. Let the left shoulder rest softly on the floor. Draw your gaze back through center. And over to the left. Stay connected to the deep belly breath. So witnessing the rise and fall of the belly. Draw your gaze back through center. And we'll start to awaken the body slowly by wiggling fingers and toes. Find some gentle rotations through your wrists and your ankles in both directions. Slide your feet together at the bottom of the mat. Start to bend through your knees, bringing the soles of your feet to the floor. You can draw the bolster in a little bit closer towards the glutes. Press down through the soles of your feet, lift your hips up. Slide your bolster beneath the pelvis and lower it back down. Supported bridge pose. Depending on the height of your bolster, you may have to adjust this position. You can always come off the bolster if it's not working. Maybe use a smaller pillow or folded up towel. You can walk the heels a little bit closer towards the glutes or a little bit further away, just depending on what feels best. Keeping equal distance between the feet as you have between the thighs. Making sure that the leg bones, the femurs are parallel. The knees are not tipping in towards one another or falling out to the side. Slide your shoulder blades beneath you. Find a sense of openness through the chest. Your arms at your sides, palms facing up. Just settle into stillness, staying connected to your breath. Notice where the mind begins to wander as you find yourself in stillness. The desire to fidget, to move, to come out of the posture early. Simply acknowledge those thoughts for what they are. Accept their presence. And invite your mind to release them on the exhale. Allowing them to slip away as easily as they came. remove your bolster at any time, or to transition to a smaller bolster or folded towel, if ever this is not working for you. We're going to start to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Interlace your fingers around the right knee. Extend your left leg long towards the bottom of the mat. See if you can straighten the left leg and allow the left heel to rest softly on the floor as you hug your right knee in close. Looking for a stretch here at the front of the left hip, left thigh. Breath in. Think about lengthening from the left foot to the top of your head. Each breath out, pressing gently into the left heel as you hug the right knee close towards you. Here to take a few gentle circles with the right knee, maintaining stillness through the left side body. Circle in the opposite direction. Land in the center. Hug the left knee in to meet the right, give them both a squeeze. Adjust your bolster if you need. And then we'll take hold of the left knee and extend the right leg along the side. Left leg extends, or rather right leg extends as the right heel comes to rest on the floor. Is as straight as you can get it. The right heel's resting on the floor or maybe onto a small block. Stack of books. softness. Where can you let go of the effort? Slowly draw the right knee to meet the left. One by one, extend your feet up towards the sky. Legs up the wall or waterfall pose. Your arms can come to rest at your sides, or you can have one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Find as little movement as you can in this position. Using the bolster beneath the pelvis to support you. Allow the legs to just suspend in space above. As you hold in stillness, you may find that the energy of your body and the energy of the space around you will start to naturally move the legs. Maybe sway from side to side, maybe circles. Just allow that movement to happen. It should not be intentional. You're not actively drawing circles with your feet. Hold as still as you can and see what the body does on its own. It's okay if no movement happens. It's okay if you don't experience or feel that. The harder you try to make it happen, the less likely it is to do so. Soft breath out through your nose. Big breath in through your nose. Soft breath out. Stay with that same slow rhythm. One by one, start to bend your legs, draw the knees in towards you. Let the soles of your feet find the floor. Lift your hips up, slide the bolster out towards the right side of the room. Lower your hips back onto the mat. With the knees bent, start to heel-toe your feet towards the edges of your mat. The knees tip into chest. Just pause here, allowing your low back to reset into the mat. Heel-toe your feet towards one another, knees still bent. Extend your right leg long to the bottom of your mat. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Hug the left knee in close towards you. Take a big breath in to lengthen. As you exhale, find a twist. Send the left knee over to the right, lowering it to rest on your bolster. Slide the bolster to support the entire shin bone. Take your arms out wide at your sides. Allow your left shoulder to rest softly on the floor. Keep your gaze at the ceiling, or you can turn it over to the left. Space into the lower left belly. Every breath in invites length into your body. Every breath out, that left knee is going to sink a little bit deeper into your bolster, deepening your twist. back through center first. Take just a breath or two here with the gaze in the center. And slowly, maybe using the help of your hand, draw the left knee up through center. Hug the left knee in towards you, let the right knee come in to join it. Just take a gentle rock from side to side. Pause in the center. Lower the soles of your feet onto the floor. Move your bolster over to the left side of your mat. Draw the right knee in towards you, extend the left leg long. Setting up for the second side here. Lengthening first. And then find your twist, guiding the right knee over your body to the left, using the bolster to support it. Shifting your hips so that the right hip rests above the left. The arms can extend wide, choose whatever gaze feels best in your neck. Invite your gaze to soften, maybe even closing the eyes completely. Removing any visual distractions. And allowing your mind's eye to focus in on your breath instead. Just witnessing those subtle movements, expansion with every breath. Start by bringing your gaze back towards the ceiling if it's over to the side. Land here for a breath or two. And then draw the right knee up through center. Hug it in close. The left knee come in to join it. Lower the soles of your feet onto the mat. Heel toe your feet to the edges. Let your knees tip into touch. You can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart here. Just take a few deep breaths. Feel your hands ride the wave of the belly and chest with every breath. Heel toe your feet together. Bring your right arm up overhead, roll over onto your right side. You draw your knees in towards you, rounding through your back. And when you feel ready, just rising up to a seated position. With the blocks, we're going to make a little ramp with our bolster. So you'll have one block on the lowest setting, one on the highest setting. The bolster is going to come to rest on top of that ramp. So you can set that up on your mat. You may have to play with the spacing of the blocks to ensure that your bolster is stable and secure, and that the block is not going to tip over. From here, come to sit at the base of that ramp, bringing the back side of your pelvis to the edge of the bolster. Depending on the shape of bolster you have, if you find there's a big gap there when you lean back onto it and it's causing discomfort, try rolling up a towel and wedging that in between your glutes and the end of the bolster to create a little bit more of a slant or a more subtle ramp to your bolster. Bring the soles of the feet to touch. Let the knees open up like a book, creating a diamond shape with your legs here. The closer the heels are to the pelvis, the more of a stretch you're going to feel. So to ease off, slide the toes away from you, creating some distance between the heels and the pelvis. Make sure that your bolster is secure on your blocks. Start to lean back onto your bolster. Take a few moments here at first, just deciding if you'd like to slide the toes a little bit further away. You may choose to put additional blocks if you have them underneath the knees, or you can use pillows or folded up towels, just to let this be a little bit more restorative. Take a big breath in. We're going to reach the arms up overhead, lengthening from the tailbone to the fingertips. It's as if the arms are completing the angle of the bolster, so they're following the same pathway as your bolster here. Big breath in to lengthen. As you exhale, I'll bring the arms back at your sides, let the palms face up. Releasing through the shoulders, let the chest fall open. soften through the face. Allow your teeth to fall away from each other. Relax the tongue. Exaggerate the expansion of your chest. So rather than breathing into your belly, breathe deep into your chest, filling the lungs. As you exhale, soften, emptying the lungs completely. Big breath in, chest is expanding. Big breath out, the ribs draw back towards one another as they soften in towards you. Slowly rise up using your hands for support. Keep the bolster in its ramp. Keep the right leg just as it is. Bring the sole of the left foot onto the floor. From here, we're going to shift some weight into the right hip. Heel toe the left foot over to the left and a little bit behind you. Bringing the left knee down towards the mat. So you're creating a little triangle shape with your legs here. The soles of the feet are pointing over to the left and back behind you. Keep that shape with your legs, and you're going to want to shimmy yourself so that the outer right hip is on the bolster. Depending on your position, you may have to go further or less far to get there. Walk your fingertips out in front of you. Start to frame the right knee. Continue to walk the hands over towards the bolster. The left hip is going to start to lift up here, that's okay. Right hand comes to frame the bolster, and we're going to lower the chest onto the bolster. So if you need, you can press down through your hands, lift up your hips, shift them over. Just finding the alignment that you need to be able to rest your torso on the bolster. If you find that it's maybe not quite high enough for you, you can always stack blankets on top of it. And choose whatever gaze feels best in your head. Let your arms rest on something. So whether that's the floor or if you're bringing a towel or blanket beneath them, let them be supported. The palms facing down. Settle into breath. connected to the breath. Just noticing what sensations you may be feeling in the body. Perhaps a lack of sensation. One more big breath here, just as you are. Draw your gaze back through center. Bring the palms of the hands on the floor a little bit closer to you until you're able to press the palms. Lift yourself up. Walk yourself back forward. Take a moment here with the legs still in your deer pose. Ground down through the right hip. Bring your left hand onto the floor by the left foot. Reach the right fingertips up and over to the left. Just stretching up your right side body here. Gaze can be forward or up towards the sky. Back up. Come back through center. We're going to bring some weight into the right hip. Lift the left foot back onto the floor. And however you need to get there, we're returning to that diamond shape with our legs. So depending on how the transition works for you, you may just be able to slide your right foot in to meet the left. Otherwise, you may have to lift up your hips, realign them with your bolster. Maybe you're able to have the heels a little bit closer this time as you lean back into your bolster. Take a moment, let the knees surrender to gravity's pull. Big breath in as you snow angel your arms up and overhead, find some length. Every breath in, think about lengthening from the fingertips to the tip of your tailbone, full body stretch here. As you exhale, soften, maybe the knees sink a little bit closer to the floor. And then slowly release the arms at your sides, settle into stillness. This time as you focus on the breath. See if you can turn your awareness to the pause between the breaths. That moment of transition from inhale to exhales. See if you can lengthen that pause. Maybe holding the breath for 2 or 3 seconds before softly releasing it. So bring the palms of your hands to the floor first. Start to press through the hands as you rise up slowly. Bring some weight onto the left hip. Sole of the right foot comes onto the floor as you draw the right knee up through center. Heel toe, your right foot towards the right side of the mat, maybe a little bit back behind you. Adjust your stance however you need, so you can use your hands pressed down, shift the hips, bringing the legs along for the ride, until the outer right hip is in line with the edge of the bolster. Fingertips come out in front of you first, and then start to walk the fingertips towards the back of the mat. The right hip is going to lift up a little bit. Bring your hands to frame your bolster, shifting your hips if you need, so that you're able to lower the heart onto the bolster. Choose whatever gaze feels best in your neck. And settle into stillness. Just a minute or two left on this side. Challenge yourself to stay focused on the breath for those last moments. start to turn the gaze back to the center. Rise up slowly by first drawing the palms of your hands closer to you. Press into the mat, lift yourself up. Walk the hands back through center. Pause in the center. Bring the right hand down to the floor by the left, or by the right heel rather. Left fingertips reach up and over to the right, a little side body stretch here. Creating space between the ribs and up the left waist. Slowly return through center. Draw the right foot back in to meet the left. Return to that diamond shape with your legs one last time. This time the option to bring the bolster out in front of you. You can let the bolster rest either on your feet, or you can bring a block to add a little more height. Take a big breath in, reach up. And as you exhale, fold forward over your bolster. Round through the back body. You let the palms face up, resisting temptation to grip and pull. Let your body just become passive. Gravity is doing the work for you here. You don't have to flex, force. Just take a big breath in through your nose, and as you exhale, allow the muscles to soften, let go of the effort. Slowly rise back up. Move your bolster off to the side. Slide away your blocks and come to land on your back, preparing yourself for your final resting pose, Shavasana. Again, if you have your bolster, you may find it helpful to slide it beneath the knees for some support. Bringing a gentle bend into the knees can be beneficial, especially if you have low back sensitivity. A gentle tuck in the chin lengthens at the back of the neck. Open the palms of your hands up towards the sky. Soften to the ankles, allowing the toes to fall wherever they choose. Gaze can soften, or if you feel safe to do so, you can close the eyes completely. Take a few long, slow breaths in and out through your nose. Without judgment, without attachment, just noticing any subtle changes you may feel in your body from when you first landed here on your mat. Notice any last lingering areas of tension. With each each breath out, invite that tension to melt away into your mat. This practice of stillness, of Shavasana, will continue to be yours for as long as you choose to allow it. When you do feel ready to get up and go, offer yourself just 1 or 2 more breaths in stillness. Allowing your body the opportunity to really absorb the benefits of your practice. It was with such gratitude that I join you today in practice and always. Namaste.